Well, butter my biscuits. It's the Crigler Show. It's butter my biscuits, not butter my bread. Metastep. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Oh, you know what? I wasn't in the mood to play Oblivion. I don't know what it was. I just was like, I don't really feel like I don't know anything about what's going on with like this India-Pakistan war that's now raging, which is insane. So I was just thinking like maybe I'd just kind of chat with you guys and figure out what's going on there. There's a new Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer I haven't watched yet. I've been waiting to watch that live just to react to it and check it out. There's also this new Destiny Star Wars Desperation. They look desperate. They're going like full on Star Wars, which feels I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but anyway, I figured I'd just kind of hang out with you guys for a while. I got to get up really early tomorrow. I got to drive. I got to get up and basically drive like an hour. Oh, pardon me. Yeah. Got this. I got an appointment. What's up, Lich? Adam and his European bread. You know what? The bread out here is delicious. Oh, what can I say? But how you doing, Connor? Metastep, how are you, sir? What did you do today? Did you get going with your house? Gosh, my glasses are horribly dirty. Oh, I mowed my entire lawn today in one go. It was awesome because I did the prep work, so I didn't have to I didn't get caught in grass that was too long. It's supposed to rain either tomorrow or the next day, and I really would like to. I wanted to really make sure that I did the lawn before it rained. I really would like to rake everything too. Gosh, these are really nasty. Okay, there we go. I kind of want new glasses. I kind of want to get new glasses. I'm kind of over these. And also, these have crazy reflections. It pisses me off because you can get anti-reflection stuff and I didn't get it. And I'm like, why the fuck didn't I do that? But I got these like 7 or 8 years ago. I didn't think that I was going to be doing like a podcast / being in front of a camera for, what I did. What's up, Derek? How are you? Good to see you. Did some packing, bought a couple things over to the new house. Nice. Hell yeah. Middle Eastern bread once. Pretty cool. Pretty good. Nice. Okay. What's up, Brian Hindard? Hello, hello. V6, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Reformist Tory party. Oh, he's talking about England. Hey, what's the deal with? I heard someone saying. Let me see if V6 actually has an opinion on this. Someone was saying that India versus Pakistan is Britain's fault. Is there any sort of truth to that statement? Because I found that's pretty interesting of a statement for someone to say. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, okay, wow. What else do I got? I got I got this cool article. And this freaking awesome thread. Oh yeah, I got some cool stuff to talk about. Yes and no, he says. That makes no sense. Steve Choi says, yes, the UK was responsible for the partition, and they did it because they were in a rush. 1947 something? I see. Okay, maybe it's religion's fault. Well, I thought haven't they had like this weird standoff on like the Pakistan Indian border? They had like guards that would dance. They had like dance offs. I'm not joking. Hold on, let me Indian, it's gonna be flooded with other stuff. Pakistan dance off on the border. I think that should work. Let me see. Atari Waga border ceremony. Indian Pakistan dance off. Indian Pakistan border closing ceremony, also known as the beating retreat ceremony, features a daily spectacle where soldiers from both sides perform synchronized high kicks and aggressive poses as a form of rivalry and national pride. See, that's where I thought that they were at. I legitimately thought that they were at, like, you've seen those dance offs? Let me see if I can get a video of this dance off. Craziest border in the world. Gate war dance helps thaw tension. CNN. This has probably got good. Oh, it's an article. All right. Pakistan Indian border gate war. What the? There's no. Okay, here we go. Block. Unable. Stupid CNN. Okay. This probably works. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I just want to see. Oh my gosh, that guy's. I don't want to. I don't want to see you guys. Jeez, that guy's crazy looking. Just show me the freaking actual stuff. Oh my gosh, these people want to be influencers so badly. Yo, that's so legit. Okay, wait. No, I don't want to see you guys. That is some freaking cool moves right there. Not you, ladies. Oh my gosh. You know what? You lost me. I'm gonna thumbs down that. Too much bullshit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, most replayed. Here we go. I don't have any audio myself, by the way. I guess I could turn the audio on. This is what I'm picturing. Here it is. With them crazy kicks. I just, like, you don't do this kind of shit if you're at war with each other. You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of shit that's like, you know, the Packers versus the Bears. Like, I don't actually hate the Green Bay Packers. People in Chicago don't actually hate. I mean, maybe some people do, but you know, it's like friendly rivalry. Like, how do they learn this from the British? It's so funny looking. Oh, that's what I'm, you know, in my head I'm picturing. Do you think he practices that kick like all year? He's like, I'm ready. I mean, this is 75th anniversary. Wow, look at them eyes. Oh, with the mustache. I love how into this guy is. Holy crap. Okay, who's he staring at? Is he staring at the other guy? And now I don't know if this is India or Pakistan. Is this the Pakistani side? I don't know. Which one's which? Oh, they literally are staring at each other. Look, there's this dude. Did you see the hype man in like the freaking bulletproof vest? I don't know. I got to give it up to the guy on top. The guy on the bottom has jazz hands. The guy on the top has a fist. The fist, I think wins. Tan is India, black is Pakistan. Okay. Okay, thank you. Look at the ankles. He's got these like boot covers that come down outside of the bottom of the legs. I wonder what they're yelling. Wait, can you guys hear that? You might be able to hear it through this mic. This mic is incredible. Holy shit, this is 12 minutes long. All right, I'm going to stop it. All right, let me see. if I can find an article, because I'm curious, like, what started the war? Okay. Let's see. AI has informed me. Wait, 1971. No, okay, hold on. Pakistani War, 1965. Okay. Let's do the past month. Is there no like actual okay, BBC. I guess that works. CNN. No, I don't want to use CNN. Al Jazeera, that's a video. All right, whatever. We'll just check this out. India and Pakistan are in crisis again. Here's how they de-escalated in the past. That is the opposite of what I was asking. Okay. Timeline of tensions. Here we go. A lead up over Kashmir, right? India strikes on Pakistan early Wednesday, 2 weeks after a massacre in Kashmir. Ah, were the latest escalation in decades-long conflict. Yeah, didn't China and India come to blows in like the mountains a couple years ago, right? Over like water rights or something coming out of the mountains north of India, something like that. I vaguely remember something along those lines. India launched strikes against Pakistan on Wednesday, 2 weeks after a deadly terrorist attack in the Indian-controlled side of the disputed Kashmir region intensified hostilities between the arch-rival nations. I didn't realize that they were arch-rival nations. Pakistani officials said more than 20 people had been killed in the strikes, and the country vowed to respond at a time and place of its own choosing. India was retaliating for the April 22nd attack in Kashmir, which it had suggested Pakistan was behind. Pakistan had repeatedly denied that claim. More than 24 civilians were killed in the massacre, most of them Hindu tourists. The confrontation is only the latest escalation of a decades-long conflict over Kashmir, scenic valley in the Himalayas, that is wedged between the two nuclear-armed nations. Kashmiris have rarely had a say in their own fate. That's really a bummer. All right, here's a history of the dispute. All right, goes all. Someone mentioned 1947. All right, 1947. Contention over Kashmir began nearly as soon as India and Pakistan were formed. In 1947, Britain divided India, its former colony, into two countries. One was Pakistan with a Muslim majority. The other, made up of mostly Hindus, kept the name India. But Kashmir's fate was left undecided. Within months, both India and Pakistan had laid claim to the territory. A military confrontation ensued. The Hindu ruler of Kashmir, who had at first refused to abdicate his sovereignty, his sovereignty, agreed to make the region part of India in exchange for a security guarantee. After militias from Pakistan moved into parts of his territory, what followed was the first war that India and Pakistan would fight over Kashmir. Years later, in 1961, the former ruler of Kashmir passed away in Bombay. In the obituary, the New York Times summarized his decision to cede the territory to India in words that would prove true for decades to come. His actions, the article said, had contributed to a continuing bitter dispute between India and Pakistan. Okay, so 2 years later, I guess this is what kind of weird what is going on here? I don't know what this is. Maybe this was supposed to be a map or something. Anyway. Okay, so 2 years later, in January 1949, the first war between India and Pakistan over Kashmir concluded after the United Nations intervened to broker a ceasefire. Under the terms of the ceasefire, a line was drawn dividing the territory. India would occupy 2/3 of the area and Pakistan the other third. The dividing line was supposed to be temporary, pending a more permanent political settlement. So, on to 1965, war breaks out again. Tensions were already high between India and Pakistan in the summer of 65. There had been a skirmish between their forces along the border earlier in the year in the area south of Kashmir. When the Pakistan when Pakistan conducted a covert offensive against Kashmir's ceasefire line in August, the fighting quickly escalated into a full-scale war. The clash was short-lived, only about 3 weeks long, but bloody. In January of 1966, India and Pakistan signed an agreement to settle future disputes through peaceful means, but the peace would not last. In 1972, a couple of years after that, after the regional war in 1971 that led to the creation of Bangladesh, Pakistan and India decided to revisit the unsolved issue of Kashmir. In 1972, in December, the countries announced that they had resolved the deadlock over Kashmir's ceasefire line. But little changed besides the designation. The temporary ceasefire line from 1949 became an official line of control. Each country retained the section of Kashmir that had already held for more than 20 years. So I guess India kept 2/3 there, the same. While the agreement did little to change the status quo in Kashmir, it came with an aspiration to improve the volatile relationship between India and Pakistan. Reporting on the deal from New Delhi, a Times correspondent wrote of the two countries, official sources have indicated that they were satisfied with the settlement and that they have been reached in an atmosphere of goodwill and mutual understanding. On to 1987 here. During a period of particular political turmoil and aggravated in 1987 by disputes over local elections that many thought were rigged, some Kashmiris turned to militancy, which Pakistan would eventually stoke and support. Over the next decade or so, state police in Kashmir recorded tens of thousands of bombings, shootouts, abductions, and rocket attacks. That violence began to moderate around the 2000s, but the years of intense insurgency had further eroded the fragile relationship between Pakistan and India. This is 1999 here. As a new millennium neared, India and Pakistan seemed poised to establish a more permanent peace. In a gesture of goodwill, Pakistan's prime minister hosted his Indian counterpart for a weekend of jocular jocular. That's a word I've never heard before. Diplomacy in February 1999. No Indian prime minister had visited Pakistan in a decade. The summit between the leaders of adversaries, each now had nuclear arms, produced signed documents affirming their mutual commitment to normalize relations. We must bring peace to our people, Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif said at a news conference as Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee of India smiled at his side. We must bring prosperity to our people. We owe this to ourselves and the future generations. Respect. 3 months later, their countries were at war again. I don't mean to laugh. It's of course. After Kashmir was the point of discord. Fighting broke out after infiltrators from Pakistan seized positions within the Indian administered part of Kashmir. India claimed that the infiltrators were Pakistani soldiers, which Western analysts would come to believe. Pakistan denied that its forces were involved, insisting that independent freedom fighters were behind the operation. The war ended when Mr. Sharif called the infiltrators to withdraw. He maintained all along that they were not Pakistani forces and that Pakistan did not control them. A few months later, Mr. Sharif was deposed in a military coup led by a Pakistani general who later determined had directed the military incursion that started the war. Okay. So Mr. Sharif seemed to be telling the truth, and it was the general that basically wanted this to happen so he can take control. All right. All the way to 2019 now. So this is 20 years later. India cracks down. After the war in 1999, Kashmir remained one of the world's most militarized zones. Near constant unrest in the territory brought India and Pakistan to the brink of war several times in the years that followed. The major flare-up was in 2019 when a bombing in Kashmir killed at least 40 Indian soldiers. Indian warplanes conducted airstrikes in Pakistan in retaliation, but the conflict de-escalated before becoming an all-out war. A more lasting move came later that year when the Indian government stripped Kashmir of its cherished status. For all of Kashmir's modern history, since its Hindu ruler acceded to India, the territory had enjoyed a degree of autonomy. Its relative independence was enshrined in India's constitution. But on August 2019, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi rolled back Kashmir's privileged status. The crackdown came with a quick succession of draconian measures. Thousands of Indian troops surged into the territory, internet connections were severed, police lines were cut. Mr. Modi's government began directly administrating uh, the territory from New Delhi, and it imprisoned thousands of Kashmiris, including political leaders who had long sided with India in the face of separatist militancy. It's pretty messed up. Wow. The government's heavy-handed approach stunned observers around the world, but the results, as far as India was concerned, justified the means. Human intentions are paved in gold. The new era of peace seemed to ensue. Acts of terrorism declined, tourism flourished. It was an illusion. All right, and then here we are. On April 22nd, militants shot and killed 26 people, mostly tourists from different parts of India, near Pahalgam, Kashmir. 17 others were wounded. It was one of the worst attacks on Indian civilians in decades. Almost immediately afterward, Indian officials suggested that Pakistan had been involved. Mr. Modi, the prime minister, vowed severe punishment for the perpetrators and those giving them safe haven, though he did not explicitly mention Pakistan. Pakistan swiftly denied involvement and said it was ready to cooperate with any international inquiry into the terrorist attack, but India was not placated. Its retaliatory move came on Wednesday. India said it struck 9 sites in Pakistan and on Pakistan's side of Kashmir after gathering evidence pointing towards the clear involvement of Pakistan-based terrorists in an April attack. It said its strikes had been measured, responsible, and designated to be non-escalatory in nature. Pakistan called them an unprovoked, blatant act of war that had violated Pakistan's sovereignty. It said the strikes would not go unanswered. Wow. So that was a lot of information, but it really did. That was a great article, actually. Got to give it up to the New York Times for putting that out there, because that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted the whole history of like the whole area. So now you see England kind of was like, all right, we're gonna split you up. We're not gonna tell you Kashmir, whatever, and then just left. So then, of course, both of the countries were like, well, we want Kashmir, and then have been fighting over the area ever since. To me, it seems that Kashmir should just be its own country and let them rule themselves. I mean, they've had their own sovereignty since 1947 when the whole area was split up. So instead, Modi basically took over, and that seems pretty messed up to me. Let's see what you guys have to say. B6 Neon for one says, Adam, look up the literacy rate in Pakistan. The Islamification and doctrine in Pakistani culture is extreme. The current deal just made between the WEF, UK Gov, and India is what kicked off India being hit. I see. Okay. V6 Neon again for one says the agreement/deal previous governments under the Tories was rejected as it was that bad. Remember, Bin Laden was found in Pakistan. Islamic terrorists have been promoting and training in Pakistan openly. Wow, okay. Brian Hinner for one says there's a video of the terrorist attack that kicked this off, but they hate each other. I saw a video of a little kid talking about how he wants to kill every Indian and it had a lot of likes. It's really sad how adults teach that to their children. Hate. It's really a bummer. Like you see that in the Middle East with the whole Palestine versus Israel. I think on both sides. I do. I think both sides are guilty of this. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm pretty much staying completely out of it because I think there's shitty people on both sides and there's civilians on both sides, and I'm on the civilian side. You know what I mean? And it's hard to state that without someone getting pissed, you know? And like it seems that it seemed Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, when he went into Kashmir, it's like he knew that Pakistan was basically losing control, just like V6 Neon was saying. And you know, he knew it's like if Trump were to see, like, I think he started it by designating the cartel a terrorist organization, right? It's kind of like step one to just going in and being like, all right, well, we're gonna take care of this now. And if you're not gonna deal with it, Mexico, we are. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the next step, you know? I don't think I need to look up the literacy rates of Pakistan. I'm assuming they're low. My Rumble rants are erroring. Well, I've seen 2 of yours. Are they not letting you rant anymore or something? That sucks. It feels to me that Pakistan's been trying to subvert Kaz what's going on in Kashmir for decades now. Disrupt, overthrow, take over, get in there and take the land. And India's basically been watching it and trying to hold them at bay. I don't know. It's interesting. What are you guys talking about in chat? What do you guys think about this? I just don't want to get involved, honestly. I mean, it seems like they're gonna duke it out, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, I don't want to get involved. Period. I don't want Americans being sent over there. I don't want American tax dollars going over there. They have nukes. That's the problem. I mean, what's gonna happen if they nuke each other? It's not like it's gonna trigger global death. You know, I don't know. I don't want. Don't get me wrong. I don't want them to use nukes. Okay. Hey, Robert Wiles made his way over to Rumble. That's cool. I think Adam should be a teacher. I am a teacher. I taught skateboarding for a long time, and I'm very good at teaching what I know. I don't. I think I love being a teacher. That's one of the reasons. Like, I'm very very happy with being a dad, because every parent is a teacher, whether or not they want to be a teacher. It's just, it happens because your child watches you and learns from you. So, um, I love that. I love being a teacher. It lights up your soul. That's for sure. Old dad, maybe. You know, it's fine. I've been listening to Akira the Don's new album. Have you guys heard it yet? It's Stop Trying, it's called. Honestly, I want you guys to go give it a shot here. I'm gonna give you the link. Just open this up in a separate tab and listen to it. Okay? I'm gonna give it to Rumble too. I don't know if he's on Rumble. Okay? I'm not actually sure. But I want you guys to listen to it. It's awesome. It's kind of like, it's not lo-fi, it's like chill, relaxing music with inspirational words. He uses Goggins. Who else did he use? This one is with Neville Goddard. I mean, he's using all sorts of inspirational philosophers, and it's awesome. The Secret. It's he calls it his music meaning wave, and I love that because it's all about, you know, manifestation and, you know, having a right state of mind. It's fantastic. So definitely check it out. I've been listening to it a lot. So let's see. You did pretty much just did a whole history lesson just now, and it was very interesting with the conflict with India and Pakistan. Yeah, I should probably just cut that and edit it, you know, just be like, just put it up, you know, the lead up, You became a dad. That's pretty cool. Yeah. My son is almost 9 months now. He stood today. He stood by himself. He stood. He didn't like get up and stand. I was holding his hands, and he was standing on his feet. And I let go of his hands, and he stood there for a second, and then you could see he was gonna fall back and caught himself, and then stood again, and then fell over. But he stood. It was huge. It was so cool to see that. Yeah, it was freaking awesome. I I love my son so much. He freaking loves me so much too. He freaking loves me. Yeah, it's awesome, Mom. Yeah, Nisho's like, I walk in the room and he just he beams. Just got this he sees me, and as soon as he sees me, he just he freaking super. He's just always excited to see me. It's such a lovely feeling. But Nisha's like, it's not fair. No, she was at work, Mom. It was a bummer. Let's see. Joe Rogan. I have so many freaking tabs open. Holy shit. How the hell do I find this one tab? X account. There it is. Okay. Shit, did I share the audio? Let me know if you guys hear this. I think you guys can hear this, right?
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
I wonder if this is what the gameplay is gonna look like. Because I saw D-Day posted no gameplay. Maybe that's what
I'm here from
Rockstar's
Lucia Caminos.
showing.
Supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
We happened to be at the same party.
Hands above your head, now!
You, stay.
I remember in the time
The new beginnings.
with me.
You breaking news, isn't it?
We need to dance. The way we move.
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shots, baby!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
But
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
another but.
Yo, D, this full effect?
I'm sorry.
They got your name, address, they got
little kid.
everything.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like, brat, brat, brat!
You and me, bro. We got this.
We got it.
Say my city, baby.
My city, baby!
Come to Fields Ammunition today. We got more guns than the law allows.
Hey.
Yeah, the buzzer.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
It looks freaking awesome. You know, I don't think there was a release date before, right? I don't think so. I think they just said fourth quarter 25. So May 26th, 2026. You're gonna pass on it, dude. This show it's gonna be huge. This game's gonna be massive. All right, so this is in Florida. It's Miami, Tampa Bay. I'm assuming it's gonna be like maybe Orlando also. But they really basically took Florida and went like this, shrunk it together. I loved Vice City. Me too. I'm definitely gonna buy it. I'm definitely gonna play it for sure. I lived in Tampa Bay. I lived in Miami for a while. I lived in these areas. I grew up in Florida, in St. Petersburg. So I mean I spent a lot of time in my life in these areas. So it's gonna be really cool to like be in that area and just I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to the online game. I prefer GTA Online. I played the story of GTA 5 for the first time last year. I'm not joking. Like last summer I played it for the first time. Didn't go to the skate park in Tampa Bay though. I didn't skateboard when I was down there. I will play it in 4 to 6 years. What, when you can get it for cheap? Yeah. I'm definitely going to play it. I know Flawed's going to play it. I know a lot of people that are going to play it. So no, I understand that you didn't, but I'm saying that I didn't either. I'm jumping with you on that. So like I also didn't go to that skate park. Yeah. I went to a couple cool parks. Me and Tim Pool used to skateboard a lot at down in Miami. We lived kind of I actually broke my tailbone when I was living down there with him. Am I going to stream it? For sure. Definitely will. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't know, something about Oblivion. Oblivion's been a lot of fun. I just needed to take a breather. Um although I might jump in. I don't know. So Adam was raised in Chicago, Florida. Why is Adam logical and based though then? I lived on my own for 20 years now. I don't know. I actually grew up in Philadelphia also, Connor. I don't know. I grew up everywhere, man. I'm all over the place. I was raised in Chicago and Florida. Then when I was like 13, I moved to Philadelphia to live with my mom. So that's an interesting tidbit. Yeah. What's next, Ohio? I don't know, maybe. Yeah. All right. Anytime I played new release, it was disappointing. Did you play Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out? Flawed uses a booster seat while playing video games. How do you know that? What's up, Breeks? You grew up in Utah? Look how long my hair's getting. Getting real long. Can we expect to see you on the Nerd Duel or any side scrollers projects? Well, I'll be on the next Nerd Duel, the champions, because I won my Nerd Duel. So, yeah, that's I guess that's it. They don't invite me on that show. I don't know why. I asked to come back in April of 2023. I don't even remember. It's been so long, and then I just like never heard from them. So I just I stopped caring about side scrollers at all. I don't even follow them anymore. So I wish them well, but All right, let's see here. Oh yeah. All right. So Destiny. Hey Diana. Look at this freaking desperation. All right. A Destiny story at heart. Bungie clarifies Star Wars inspired Destiny 2 Renegades expansion is fully canon following immersion concern from players. Yeah, they're straight up making it Star Wars. It's so stupid. Side scrollers chats hates me. Apparently, do they really? What do you mean? I never heard that. Why? Why does side scrollers chat hate me? Chat was awesome. I was always cool with chat over on side scrollers. What? Hold on. Where did you find that out? Or where did you hear that? You're just talking shit? Oh, you're trolling? Alright, you get fucking timed out. 10 minutes, dude. Get the fuck out of here for that. You're gonna do me dirty like that, dude. I actually trust you what you say. Actually, I don't know how to undo that. I actually told Craig to bring me back. I see that a lot. People still, it's crazy how often I see people say they want me back on Timcast IRL, on side scrollers. And I'm like, I turn around and I'm like, that's Timcast IRL. That's side scrollers right there. It's like, I got him back there. I don't. Timcast sucks now. Well, I mean, not like logistically, I couldn't be on. Well, I mean, I guess I could be on side scrollers, but. Yeah, of course, Diana. The last new game I played was Star Wars Battlefront. The first Battlefront? And COD came out that year. It was in 18. Oh, okay. Battlefront 2, maybe? You played Fallout 76? God, what a disappointing start. Yeah. Well, I honestly, I'll 100% real with you. I don't even care to read this. I just think it's desperate. Destiny is desperate. They are bleeding creators. Everyone's leaving. All the people that I followed that only made Destiny content, they're playing every game. They're taking their audience that they built and doing other stuff now. Tim is doing remote interviews now. There's no way Tim would ever have me on his show. Ever. Never. He blocked me. He thinks I'm like the worst person. I don't know. He called me mean. You'll be back in 30 seconds, Meta. Okay, nuke. I don't even know. I mean, he's jealous of Adam. Who? Tim? No, he's not. Tim doesn't think about me. And I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Azzacross was the only one I still follow, really? Yeah, I like Azzacross. He's funny. But he's playing every game. Now he's playing Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, which everyone's raving about. I just can't. I'm not interested at all in that game. I don't know what it is. It's Adam Mean. What's up, Ashley? How you doing? Good to see you. Should I not reinstall D2? Meta plays. Oh, that's funny. If any fool thinks Adam is jelly of Tim is a moron. All right. I don't think anyone thinks that I'm jealous of Tim. I don't think anyone said that either. You both have children. That can change, but it might be a long time. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna change. Like, I'm down. Like, I don't think about Tim ever. I don't really care. I mean, I see him. I saw people post his face and say Civil War and on their videos. I've never detected any jealousy within you, Adam. Yeah. I'm very happy with myself. Sergio with the first super chat of the night, an hour into or 50 minutes into the episode. Sergio for 2. James O'Keefe just dropped a video about Epstein. Really? Really now? I met James O'Keefe. He was very nice. He was very nice. Super chill, dude. There it is. James O'Keefe. Prince Andrew was effing underage girls. Wow. Okay. Okay. John Bryan, Prince Andrew crisis advisor. Oh, what? All right. That's interesting.
Prince Andrew, he was in the Navy. He was 250 days at sea. He never saw his family. I was really pissed because he lied to me. Epstein. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, that he was f***ing underage girls. That's not cool.
John Bryan has been a close confidant to the British royal family
At
for
least,
a long time.
At least the guy had a conscience. You know what I mean?
He worked for Queen Elizabeth II, was, quote, best friends with Princess Diana, and had a long-term intimate relationship with the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. According to Bryan, he practically raised Sarah Ferguson's children, the princesses Beatrice and Eugene. And Bryan said that he maintained a friendship with Ferguson's husband, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew.
Tell me, like, your story.
So my story, you want to know my story?
What?
Like, I've been so famous at times when I was on the front page of every newspaper in the land because I was
Okay, calm down.
working with the Queen of England.
Okay.
You know, she's Queen Elizabeth. I was working with all the families, Princess Diana.
I kind of want to skip ahead here.
And I met, they were separated.
I don't care about this guy's backstory.
Epstein emerged in 2010, when photos showed them walking together in New York's Central Park. Epstein had already been convicted in 2008 of procuring a 14-year-old girl for prostitution. In 2014, a woman named Virginia Giuffre alleged in a Florida court filing that Jeffrey Epstein paid her to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was 17, a minor. On April 25th, a few weeks ago, Giuffre died by, quote, suicide. Prince Andrew denied Giuffre's sex abuse allegations in a now infamous 2019 BBC interview.
She said she had sex with you 3 times, once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
He looks so uncomfortable.
No.
No to all of
All
it.
of it. Absolutely no to all of it.
The interview was a public relations
Bullshit.
disaster for the royal family and prompted the Queen to strip Prince Andrew of his royal duties. In the aftermath of that interview, the prince sought advice from a longtime royal family confidant, John Bryan.
Wait, so you were not friends with her?
Oh, very good. Oh, no, we were very civilized. I'd go have dinner at his house. He'd have dinner at my house to see his kids. So then, we're going on holiday in the south of France. And I get a big property, like 10 acres. I'm on the biggest.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the He was in the Navy. He was
His BBC for crisis management advice. And it's reportedly unable in the devising that Prince Andrew should publicly show empathy stating sex trafficking scheme. Now, in our exclusive hidden camera undercover footage, John Bryan reveals for the first time that Prince Andrew did in fact have sex with underage girls.
Was he already even like involved in that?
up for other girls. I was so pissed about that. I was really
Okay, so I don't need to watch anymore. They said the clip in the very beginning. Crazy. Wow. Gio, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. How you doing? Welcome in. Adam, you have a slight echo on the video. Really? It's probably from this mic. This mic picks up a lot. So apologies. I'll put on my headphones if we watch another video. Lord of the Ree says, for two, how you doing, Ree? I've been so late and gay this week. You'd think it was Pride Month. Already worked 32 hours. I've got 3 days left to go. Working hard feels good. Not always in the moment, but afterwards for sure. Delayed gratification, baby. Entropy Nomad for 5 says, I always thought this of old friends. Maybe applicable for many of us, and it's a quote. Or it's... I feel weird clicking a link. Goodreads quotes. What is the quote? Can you just copy paste the quote and post it in chat? Delete. Stop it, Metastep. Jeez. Smash the like button on your other account, would you? It's a page? Okay. Oh, it's from Nietzsche? All right, I clicked on it. It's fine. Star friendship. We were friends and have become estranged. But this was right. And we do not want to conceal and obscure it from ourselves as if we had reason to feel ashamed. We are two ships. Each has its goal and course. Our paths may cross. We may celebrate a feast together, as we did. But then the good ships rested so quietly in one harbor and one sunshine that it may have looked as if they had reached their goal, and as if they had one goal. But then the almighty force of our tasks drove us apart again into different seas and sunny zones, and perhaps we shall never see one another again. Perhaps we shall meet again, but fail to recognize each other. Our exposure to different seas and suns has changed us. That we have become estranged is the law above us. By the same token, we should become more vulnerable for each other, and thus the memory of our former friendship should become more sacred. There is probably a tremendous but smaller invisible stellar orbit in which our very different ways and goals may be included as small parts of this path. Let us rise up to this thought. But our life is too short, and our power of vision too small for us to be more than friends in the sense of this sublime possibility. Let us then believe in our star friendship, even if we should be compelled to be earth enemies. Nietzsche, the gay science. What does that mean? Ban meta plays. Diana Francisco celebrating 7 months. All right, my double has been here 7 months. Woohoo! LOL. That's so awesome. She's double supporting. Read us another bedtime story. Papa, read us another story, please. Sam and Frodo are about to leave the Shire. I'm in reading the. I just got to chapter 3. Been reading my son, Lord of the Rings. It's funny how when I start reading to him, he really quiets. Now run a virus scan. Well, I'm using Brave, and it blocks a lot of shit from a lot of different sites. When I, not that I go, I mean, I don't really like go to different stuff, but it's fine. Nietzsche is the Game of Thrones philosophy: nihilistic, hedonistic, and retarded. That was really freaky. I heard like how do you even describe it? Like a screech. Like someone got really freaked out and screeched really like high pitched, and it was in the distance, and my wife's sleeping. My like there no sounds coming from the bedroom. I wonder if it was an animal outside. Fish or cats sound like that. Owl. There's owls here. There's foxes, but that was weird, man. Sorry about that. I had to check if it was, if it was Niche or Vince. I was like, let me go. I couldn't tell. It was far. It was in the distance. So beyond that, I don't know. Do any large weasel type animal live near you? Yeah. There is minks in my area. There is fennec foxes. Is that the thing? Something along those lines. A lot of mating and fighting happens in the spring. Fox or something. Yeah. No, I don't think there's raccoons in Sweden. Freaked me out though. I had to go check because like I don't know if it was like my wife freaking out or something. Mountain lions sound like demons. I've seen a mountain lion once, but I've never heard it. It was in the distance when I was hiking in Arizona. I think it was a mountain lion. It was a cat. It was a big cat of some sort, but it was in the distance. And I went the other way. That was the ghost of Nina Infinity's last appearance. Okay. Saw a beaver in your yard? That's cool. All right. I have to get up really early tomorrow. So I didn't want to get into an Oblivion game and like have to cut it. So I'm gonna end the stream, and then I'm gonna cut that little history lesson because I thought that was fascinating, and people were probably searching for it because of what's going on. So maybe it'll actually help my algorithms. That's a good one, cut. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that right now. Thanks everyone. I appreciate your help. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate you guys. Will there still be a Friday jam? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I might cut down my streams. I'm not, it's not your fault or anything. I'm just like, it's not, worth it. I'm staying up late and I'm like, I'm not making money. So it's kind of like, I gotta just, I gotta choose when I stream. It's like Sunday nights, Monday nights, Friday nights, I think are going to be the way. And then other than that, I'm just going to be cutting it early so I can be up earlier in the day. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sorry if that bums you out. I don't know. We'll see. Guys, thank you very much. I'll probably be back tomorrow, though. So we'll see. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. See you next time. Peace.